here for the Healthy Together time tonight. And I am Kat Fuller, and my husband, John Fuller, is helping me host today. And we have a special guest we're excited to introduce to you in a little while. I'm really excited about tonight. I know a lot of you are probably catching this on playback because you were so busy preparing for your Healthy Thanksgiving that you didn't have time to get on the Healthy Together time. But for those of you who are here, you are my people, because this is one of my favorite times of the year to talk about health and about healthy habits and about healthy holidays. So let's just get rocking. So my name's Kat, as I mentioned. This is my family, and that's my sweet husband, John. We joined Optavia, gosh, as clients 10 years ago, and we lost about 70 pounds between us. And we love, well, 75 probably. And we love how we feel. It's not just a physical change for us. And that's one of the things that I want to share with you is all the different things that we've changed in our lives and how we've changed our habits around the holidays, how we've changed our habits just around food, around stress. A lot of things like that have been really, really beneficial to us. So I always think about when I show my before and after pictures, I think, oh, that's so cute that I lost some weight, but really the transformation is so much bigger inside. So I want to just share quickly how important to me the 4 components of our system are. So in Optavia, you get a coach. We have the Habits of Health Transformational System, the community, and then our fuelings. Now, each one of these components acts as important as the other. Sometimes I think a lot of us tend to focus on things that we gravitate to, or something we have to think about all the time, like food. But I want you to just kind of open your mind to embracing all 4 parts of this component, of all 4 components of this program. Your coach is there to guide and direct you and lead you. And they might not have been exactly where you are, but I bet they have an empathetic understanding in a lot of things that you're facing. Our Habits of Health Transformational Systems, incredible. And this life book has changed my life. I love being able to look back and see. I've started several, and it's funny to go back and look in some of my old answers and how much I've changed just in my outlook. Our community, as you know, but you people are here, you're my people. And then the feelings are just amazing and simple, and such an easy way for us to learn the healthy habits with the way we eat. So, and we're going to talk, usually we talk about this at the end of this Zoom, but I wanted to just open your heart to the gift of coaching, because I want to end with something special tonight. But if you're even the least bit curious about what we do as health coaches, reach out to your coach and explore coaching with them, or you can even stick around after this Zoom for an explore that we're going to have my husband, John, share. And I don't know, John, do you want to share a little bit about coaching in your life and how it's helped you?
Absolutely. I think the biggest part for coaching with us is just that opportunity to be able to help bless other people's lives. And in turn, we're blessed through that effort as well. I think that so many of us want to be able to have impact and help other people live their best lives. I think down deep in all of our hearts, we want to be able to just share and help other people live better lives. And being part of this coaching community has allowed us that opportunity for the last 8 years to just, help serve other people, help bless other people's lives, and, just have fun and meet amazing people. We just meet so many amazing people through this process. And I'll be talking more about coaching later, like Kat said.
We will. And John will have he has a lot of awesome stuff to share about that. And I just love, I shared today on my Facebook a little bit of my soapbox, is that watching myself and watching other people embrace the program and embrace coaching has not only makes you more likely to stay healthy, but it really helps your focus turn outward. When we're focusing on ourselves, sometimes we get nitpicky and we start picking on things about ourselves, and we find faults, and then we start finding faults with other people. And when we're out serving others, it turns our heart outward. And one of my best feelings in my life is helping other people is serving others. So I know for me, progress is happiness, and helping others progress is true happiness for me. So, and we'll share a little bit more about that later. We want to get into the meat tonight. Healthy, happy holidays. Healthy holidays, yeah, maybe happy holidays. I don't know. Can you have both? Is it really possible? I have some fun memes today to share. How many of you guys have felt this way before? Me being craned away from this Thanksgiving table after smashing my 4th plate of mashed taters. I'm going to make healthier choices this Thanksgiving, but my mashed potatoes and gravy are like, you know, I don't mean to brag, but I just finished my 14-day diet in 3 hours and 12 minutes. Thanksgiving, bringing out the best in family dysfunction since 1863. I can't eat another bite. Oh wait, pie. How many? Oh my gosh, I remember my life before, and it was this. It was like, I'm so stuffed. And then I'd find it wasn't even necessarily pie. It might've been another roll, or it might've been, I don't even know. May your Thanksgiving feast perform well on Instagram. Get ready for food pictures, folks. Get ready. Brace yourselves. Dysfunctional family stories are coming. And speaking of which, someone says, is that your 3rd plate? And I say, is that your 3rd husband? And how I feel after Thanksgiving. I mean, this search took me like 3 seconds to find all these memes about Thanksgiving. And I actually was quite sad, because this is what our society is all about, right? Like, how much food can I throw down? How sexy can I make food? How many followers can I have about my food? And how gluttonous can I feel? Not to mention throwing our dysfunction out there, which we're going to talk about some of that tonight too. But it's kind of fun and funny to look at this stuff. But it's so interesting, because in my life, like, I look back and I think how sad that I didn't feel good on Thanksgiving. I didn't feel good on Christmas or other holidays, because I just stuffed myself. And that was like, well, that's just how it is. And I just think, guys, these are 2 meals. Like tomorrow, Thanksgiving, 1 meal. What are you going to do with yourself? Do you really need all of the things all day long, all weekend long, all month long, for 3 months? I mean, do we? Americans gain so much weight this time of year, and it doesn't have to be that way. So one of my favorite quotes that Dr. A has shared in the life book is this: one of the biggest and most powerful realizations we can ever have is to know that our life path is not fixed. The way you think, the way you act, the people you spend time with, and even the world you live in can all be changed. All things are possible. You have the capability over time, with specific focus, guidance, and practice, to become the dominant force in your life. This is what we do as health coaches. We want to help you become the dominant force in your life. We want to give you specific focus, guidance, practice, and we want you to think about how you're spending your time and who you're spending your time with. So I have a special guest tonight that I'm so excited to hear her story. This is my dear friend, Chelsea, and we would not know each other if it weren't for Optavia. She's a referral from another friend of mine. And I honestly, like, this girl's like a little sister to me. I like to think she's young enough to be a sister, but I could have had her as a child. So let's not go there. But Chelsea, are you there?
I am. Hello.
So happy to hear from you today.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Well, Kat and John just asked me to jump on and share a little bit about my story. So I started the program in May, and I had heard about the program from a friend of mine that's actually a client of Kat's, and I had just seen her life and how she's been improving, and I asked her about it, and then I thought about it for a long time, and I finally got to the point where I was just so done. I've struggled with anxiety and depression for the last 10 years or so, and it's been really hard for me. And so, sorry, I'm getting kind of emotional. And I was at a breaking point. I just needed to make changes. And so I found this program, and I remember I was doing my health assessment with Kat, and she's like, "How ready are you?" From a scale of 1 to 10. And I said 11. So I was just very excited. I needed to make that change in my life. And so Um, Started the program in May, and I have lost 60 pounds since then. And I was talking to Kat this morning and I was like, I don't even know where it went. Like, where was it? I don't know. But one of the things that was one of my big goals, my big why, I'm a big Disneyland fan and my family goes several times a year. We're actually going in a couple of weeks. And for the last several years, I've had to be in a wheelchair. I have plantar fasciitis on my feet. And it's just really painful. As you know, you're walking like 20,000 steps a day in Disneyland. And I would just get back to the hotel and I would just be sobbing because I was in so much pain. And so one of my biggest goals going into Optavia was, I wanted to walk around Disneyland and not have to be in a wheelchair. And so the last time I had gone before I started the program was like in April. And then I went in September and, I was ready to kind of try it out. I wasn't sure if I would be able to do it. And I was with some friends and I was like, well, I can always just go rent a wheelchair if needed. But we did 3 days straight through, I went with some friends that don't go very often. And so they were, rope dropping and staying till midnight. And so they were going hard. And we went 3 days and I did not have to be in a wheelchair, which was a huge win for me. And it was, I think it's all just because of this program. It was such a great experience. I remember, I'm really emotional tonight. I remember calling Kat and just being like, Kat, I didn't have to be in a wheelchair. And we both just were crying because it was such a cool experience. And so anyways, this program has legit changed my life. I started coaching about a month and a half, 2 months ago, and I've been able to help several people along this path as well. And so I love Optavia and I love the Habits of Health and I love John and Kat. And I'm excited to be part of this community and I've just learned so much from it. And yeah, let me know if you need me to say anything else, Kat, but
Chelsea, that is wonderful. I love hearing your heart. And I wondered if you'd get emotional because I remember that day crying with you. But we both just sat there and cried. We were so happy that you were able to. I couldn't believe you could do 3 days, like just a few months after, just a few months. And it was like 25 pounds or something that you had lost. And you were able to spend 3 busy days in Disneyland. Yeah. And it's just so powerful. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
We love you. We can't wait to see all that you do. You're amazing.
I want to throw something else out there really quickly that I love watching in Chelsea is how it's affected all other areas of her life already. The Habits of Health are helping transform her life, not just physically, but truly we're watching her be able to, with her day job, she's been spending 15 hours a day with her job lately because it's been so busy. And I can't even imagine you 6 months or a year ago trying to do that. You wouldn't have been able to. When we first started talking with you, you said you hated your job. You're like, I'm ready to quit. I can't do this anymore. And now we're watching you just grow and blossom into yourself, your true you. And I love watching that about you.
Thank you for sharing. We love hearing from you. Thank you. So we wanted to give you some tips. I know Chelsea has changed her habits significantly over this last time and this last 6 months. Gosh, I can't believe it's only been 6 months. You're amazing. And it can happen so fast, you guys. But I want to give you some of those good, like it's going into the holiday season. I just want to give you some stuff to focus on a little bit. And let's just rock through these. We want to make sure we get proper sleep, you guys. And as you can probably hear, I have a little bit of a cold, and this is why. I am not getting proper sleep. I'm pushing past my limits. I'm doing more than I should be right now. And this is why I'm sick. Our bodies shut down and they tell us to rest. And sometimes we don't listen. But that's one thing going into this season that we can all work on. Moving our bodies. Make sure you're moving. A lot of times when we have time off work or school or it's cold outside, it's hard to move. So make sure you're finding a way to regularly move your body. Another hard one for me when it gets cold, I notice my water intake shifts. I go lower water because when it's hot, I'm drinking water all day long because I need to stay cool. When it's cold outside, I drink hot water because I love it. I drink water with lemon all day long now because it helps me up my water intake. If it's cold, I just won't drink it. It's too cold. I'm so cold. Don't forget to eat portion control fuelings every 2 to 3 hours. Oh, sorry about the typo in there. We keep these habits no matter what stage we're in with Optavia. We want to make sure that we're eating portion controlled things every 2 to 3 hours. Plan ahead, no matter where you're going. If you're going to a friend's, if you're going to your family's, if you're going to a restaurant, look at the menu, talk to people, find out what you're having. And if they're not having something healthy, take something healthy that you can share, because nobody ever gets mad at somebody for bringing something delicious and healthy. And I always am the one that offers to bring a green salad to when we have meals. People are like, what? People ask, I say, what can I bring? And I'll bring a salad. It's always I can bring a salad if you want. That's what I love to do. And it's always, everyone's always like, oh my gosh, your salad's so good. Why is your salad so good? And I'm like, because it's made with amazing healthy vegetables and all these wonderful things. So take a healthy treat you can share with people. This is a big one. And we could spend 10 Zooms on this, on processing your emotions. And I remember back in the day when I was a new client, a new coach, and I wasn't as aware. And I remember telling people, like, make an emergency list so that if you feel something, if you feel a craving, that you can go do something else, go for a walk and go do this. And I remember, like, it worked to an extent, right? Like, we have to meet ourselves where we are. And sometimes, like, if we feel like binging or something, then if we just change our behavior right away, it helps. But you know where the real help comes from is processing our emotions. So find one of our Zooms on our YouTube playlist. There's a ton of them that have this process. And I just recommend that, or ask your coach. There's some super quickly available to your coach. Also I think in the Healthy Together Facebook group, there are some files and things that have this in. So it's everywhere, but I'm just telling you, like, this is a key to living a healthy and happy life. And then the other one is talking to your coach. Make sure you're making a plan with your coach as you go forward this holiday season. Make sure you're talking to your coach. And maybe if you're making choices that maybe feel like you're not being congruent with your goals, it's really easy to isolate. It's really easy to kind of bail from your support system and not come on these Zooms and maybe not answer your coach's phone calls or texts. I'm going to challenge you to stop it. Get on a phone call with your coach. Tell them, hey, I've made some choices that maybe I'm not so proud of. I've made some choices that I want to change, and they will help you. And it's really a really cool thing when people, instead of isolating themselves when they're struggling, when they lean into their support system.
I want to throw something else out there really quickly, you guys. Have some fun around the holidays. Maybe make it a little bit of a game out of things, right? See how many times things that you used to do come up during the holidays, right? Maybe you'll catch yourself and go, oh, hey, before I would have done this, but this time I'm going to do this, right? Or find how many times somebody in the family says to you, hey, did you get a piece of pie? Hey, did you get a piece of pie yet? Hey, did you get some ice cream? Whatever, just find little ways to kind of make some fun with it, and just keep notes of that and kind of go back and go, oh, wow, look how much all of this food has come up, or how many of these things have come up. That goes along with processing emotions and being mindful and all these different things through this time of year, is being aware of some of the things that happen, right? So that you can make sure and go, okay, this is what I used to do here. I'm going to stay away from that, right? Just little things.
I love that so much. And recognizing and celebrating yourself, because it is not easy to change. It is, but it isn't, right? And I love some of the things in the chat. I just want to share this one. Becoming more conscious of my thoughts. This was Liz Jensen who said this. Was huge to me to be able to process emotions instead of buffering them with chocolate. I relate. So body image or healthy weight is the best gateway to conscious leadership. One of our mentors, Jim Dethmer, shared this quote. And I really believe this is such a powerful thought. And as we address one part of our life, like John said with Chelsea, how she's just becoming a better version of herself in every aspect, this is why. A lot of times we're spending so much energy on how we think about ourselves or how we think about others think about us, or beating ourselves up. For me, it was walking in front of a window and I saw myself, my reflection, and I went, that's not who I am. That's not me. Who is that person over there? And I wasn't fat shaming myself. I was just disappointed that I didn't take better care of my one body in this one life I get to live. And I'm all about personal development. I was before Optavia. So why wasn't I focusing on this? And I just think this is such a wonderful gateway to think about. And I want to talk a little bit about conscious leadership. So this is from conscious.is, Jim Dethmer's company. And I just want to share some of the things that we've been learning as coaches and studying for years and years and working on with our clients, and why we love this so much. We create more energy, deeper connection, increased activity, confidence, awareness, full engagement, love. Yes, we said love. Sustainable transformation. We believe you always have a choice. You create your reality. We believe in the power of play. We believe suffering is optional. We believe being human is messy, and we believe in telling the truth. So how cool is this to think about? You're a part of this is what we're becoming, and I love it. You've learned about the drama triangle, probably. If you haven't heard about it, maybe if you're brand new and never have heard about the drama triangle, I want you to ask your coach about it. But so often this time of year, we find ourselves in drama. We have all the dysfunctional family memes. You guys, there were thousands. Okay. And some of these thoughts. Holiday reminder, prepare yourself for who you know your family to be, not who you hope they will be. Some of you might not have been around your family a lot, and you might be dreading like, oh, my mom, she's going to ask about this, or my aunt's going to ask me why I'm not married yet, or my this or my that, or whatever it is. There might be people that you're not really excited to see this holiday season. And don't try to make them someone else. Just what if you accepted them for who they are? And what if you looked for the things that are good in people? And what if you got out of this mindset of life happening to you, and you became the creator in your life, and you took charge of your responses, and you took charge of how you can handle those situations? I love this quote this is by Adam Grant. He said, too many people spend their lives being dutiful descendants instead of good ancestors. The responsibility of each generation is not to please their predecessors, it's to improve things for their offspring. It's more important to make your children proud than it is to make your parents proud. So what's in your control? This is something I want you to think about as you go into the holiday season. This is a great list. If you want to take a screenshot, do it now. Some of the things that are in your control is believing your thoughts. Not all our thoughts are true, you guys. Feeling or suppressing our feelings. How we respond to thoughts, feelings, and sensations. How much action we take. I had coaches growing up in sports that said, you're in charge of two things. You're in charge of your attitude and your effort. Those are the things that I could control. How you take care of yourself and care for other people. And then making amends is in your control. How people respond to that is not in your control. So some of these in the not in your control column, my thoughts, my feelings. John and I were talking about this earlier. He's like, my thoughts are not in my control. No, you guys, your thoughts just come. You get to decide if you believe your thoughts or not. Our feelings are the same. So are other people's thoughts and emotions and sensations. And other people's actions, you can't control what other people do, or how they take care of themselves, or who likes you. And you can't control your past behavior either, or other people's happiness. So what if you just let go of that and decided to be in the now with who you are and who those people are? What if you held it a little more lightly and you kind of explored a new version of yourself and other people this holiday season?
And I think too, like with holidays in particular, I think some people might have hopped on tonight and been like, oh, they might give me some good recipes, or they might give me a couple tips. And we've given some tips and some things, right? But I love how this is going into the direction of shifting our mindset. We can truly shift our mindset at any time, any moment, no matter the holiday season, no matter what it is. And I just applaud all of you for hopping on tonight and for still being on. Because sometimes when we start getting into the tough stuff, it's like easy to like turn and bounce and be like, oh, somebody knocked on my door. I got to leave this Zoom because I'm a bit uncomfortable. Nope, you guys are sticking with it. You're buckled in, you're ready to go. And Kat's going to be doing something amazing with us right now.
So this is my special gift to you tonight. I want to lead you in a gratitude meditation. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. And the credit for this script goes to shopra.com. I just want to make sure I give credit where credit's due. I did change some things, but I want you to get in a comfortable, if you're driving, I'm sorry, you cannot do this right now. Actually, you could listen to it and just breathe through it, but keep driving. Think about something in your life you are very grateful for. Think about where you can feel that in your body. I will be bringing your awareness to things in your life that you are thankful for. Just give gratitude the chance to come up naturally. And when it comes up, just let yourself sink into that feeling. Take a deep breath in and out through your mouth. Surrender to that feeling of gratitude. Notice how it feels in your body, how your energy feels. And if it doesn't come up, that's okay. You don't need to try to make yourself feel it. Just surrender to your heart, not your head. Let's wander through the aspects of your life that you might be grateful for. Firstly, let's bring attention and awareness to your breath. As you inhale and as you exhale, and the fact that each of these breaths gives you life. Next, let's be aware of our heart beating, pulsing, filling with love and compassion and peace, and flowing that back out. Bring awareness to your eyes that let you see color, faces, smiles, nature, the sunrise, the sunsets, the rainbows, the moon and the stars, and yourself in the mirror. Bring your awareness to your ears that beam in sound, music, laughter, the voices of those you love, the silence, the beautiful sounds of life. Bring your awareness to your nose that smells the ocean breeze, the aroma of sweet perfume, the flowers, the trees, newly cut grass, the wafting smells that come from the kitchen. Bring your awareness to your lips and your mouth that tastes and savors and nourishes, kisses and speaks, that whispers and sings. Bring your awareness now to your hands that hold and touch and caress and open and close and applaud and squeeze, the arms and shoulders that carry and hug and lift and stretch, our feet, our toes, the gift to wiggle them, to transport you, to walk, run, dangle, dance, kick, fold, leap, and point. What about your tears, your sorrows, and the strength that you seem to be able to muster to make it through each day? Bring your awareness to your abundance, your expansion, your evolution, your perspective shifts, and the affluence and flow and empathy of love and light, and your ability to see growth and potential in each new moment. Now just breathe and feel more grace and ease. Experience the warmth, love, and compassion that gratitude brings to your heart. Maybe if you feel necessary, put your hands on your heart. Drift your awareness to nurturing relationships in your life, the new ones, the older ones, material things that have come to you, things that flow to you with great effort, commitment, and hard work. Think of love in your life and your connection to those that are sweet and loving and honorable, and just feel that love. When we no longer take life for granted, we become grateful for everything that we have. Just breathe and feel this flow for a couple more breaths. If your eyes are closed, you can open them and join us as we close. Go within every day and find the inner strength so that the world will not blow your candle out. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I wish all of you a very happy Thanksgiving and a wonderful holiday season, and that you go out and create the best version of yourself and share that light with everyone around you.